a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a carry for Allen. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Burks. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
The Bears at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burks. And he will find his man on the outside. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown, Bears! Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's caught. Mitchell.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's why he definitely not really catches football.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. throwing on first down. Burks, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On third down, Burks. There's Mooney with another catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big gain of 31 on third down.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into third and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. A quick throw out wide to Mooney. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Allen. Room here to run. Touchdown, Chicago. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play on this first quarter. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Burks locates Mooney on the out route. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Well, I think we got evidence right now that this team's not going to be daunted at all. Just because they're backed up doesn't mean they're not going to continue to throw the football. They threw an incompletion on first down, but they came right back on second down and threw it again. And this time they hit it for not just good yardage, but a first down.
Now this one complete. And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 40-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
To throw on 3rd down, Burks completes it to Samuel. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago!
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Blankenship out for the point after.
And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Throwing to start the drive. Burks. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The Bears on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to it. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
On first down, Allen. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Let's get that touch.
They go play action here on first down.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Burks. And that will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And that is a shake. Oh, it's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain an 18-point lead. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
This one completes Alec Pierce.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped on the line. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves? And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They stay on the ground with Allen. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. Off play action. Burks. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Burks. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs. Hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting it in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
What part they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
How about the coverage really starting to break out on 3rd down? Dime defense. Blocking in the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's Jake Camarda now.
Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. This pass caught by Hamler.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On 1st down, Burks. He finds his man, complete. It's Larson. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the 1st half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown. But I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. Burks.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
On 3rd down, Burks. He's got Hamler on the out route, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this 1st half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. Final shot before break. Burks got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Deebo Samuel in the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Bears continue to pull away here in this 1st half.
And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
On the counter, Mitchell. We'll get this up to about the 44. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
He finds his man, complete. That's Barnes. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll run for it with Mason. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the 1st down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run here with Mason. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Mitchell will score. Touchdown, Vikings. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the third quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be it.
And I think the ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll run with Allen. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. .31 yards on the punt there.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Tennessee. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Devin Singletary, he's been running the ball well in that game. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it ends up falling incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
Going for it, it's Mitchell.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball's moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack.
And the offensive film session. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan for Moon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Ready.
Here's Allen. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try to finish off the game.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 9. 113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Greg Calcaterra. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And oh, it's wide right. No good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. This is caught at the 20.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Elijah Mitchell
with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Back to throw. Hurts.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler. He's got room past the 30. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 125 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Now a carry for Allen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On 3rd down, Allen. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Allen has it, left side. Touchdown! A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. And he missed it. Not only was it wide right, didn't even look to have the distance either. Wow. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Okay, right?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Defensively, you look at the numbers, another incomplete passing we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about